Hello. So in this video, we're going to talk about your internal board of directors. This is my combination of a therapeutic model called internal family systems and a coaching model called leader within and circle of allies. And the idea is, as I like to say, all coaching is executive coaching because you are the executive of your own life. But it can feel crunchy or conflicted inside of you. So, this is a chance to work on your inner leadership. The idea of the inner board of directors is that you have multiple parts. So, it's an invitation to stop saying, I want, or I'm afraid, or I think, and start saying, part of me wants, part of me is afraid, part of me thinks. And that helps clarify how you can be kind of conflicted or confused within yourself because part of you might want one thing and part of you might be concerned about pursuing that, or part of you might think this and another part of you can think that. So if you can raise those different parts to consciousness, hear them all out, have them all know they are being heard, and then show your own inner leadership, it can be incredibly calming because then the parts are heard. They're not sort of whispering or fighting or vying for control of your attention without you even knowing it. And it can be very coordinating because we can move from them fighting for your control to you leading the way, which is just what they really want. They want to be heard more than they want to be in control. They welcome your leadership. They're really trying to help, and they just might not be being helpful. So just like with other people in our life, it's an invitation to lead in a way that has these inner parts really end up being helpful for us, which is what they want and we want. It's a win-win. So there are lots of ways to identify your board, and they can be a mix of chosen and often inherited elements. Most of us have our board of directors inside of us already. We're just not necessarily conscious of these different pieces and parts. And giving them names and getting to understand them better and getting even able to communicate with them and having lines of communication can be so clarifying and empowering. For our purposes, at least today in this video, I'm going to be simple and body based. And this is super powerful. So I say it's simple, but this can just be step one and there's no step two, is to consider your board, your head, your heart, your stomach, your legs, and your feet. And I'm kind of feeling within myself each of those parts as I say them, and I invite you to do the same. Again, feet, legs, core, stomach, heart, and head. And most of us can really relate to these in different ways already. And if not, this is a chance to kind of get more into your own body and these parts of yourself that you may have a very clean line to, that may be talking to you all the time, and other parts like your stomach or your heart or, gosh, my feet, that may be less well known to you at this point. But believe me, they are there. So let's try it out. I'm going to think of a real issue in my life where I feel stuck, conflicted, or indecisive. And then I'm going to imagine taking this to a board of directors whose only job is to support me. And I'm going to think about how I would phrase that as a question to them. Like if I was going to a real board, what would my question be? So my real issue in this moment is I'm not sure what to do about winter vacation. My daughter has a school break coming up, and my parents and sister are available, but they have their own concerns or interests. My daughter would like more of a beachy resort thing. I like culture, adventure, foreign language. My mom has some mobility issues. My dad's concerned, will the airports even be kind of operating? My sister, has her own criteria. And we could do things with them. We could do things on our own. We could just stay here. We're already doing some traveling before. I've got some work travel after. So this is kind of my swirl. And meanwhile, it's coming up. I was looking at tickets and just got kind of flummoxed last night. So what is my question to my board? I'm going to be direct. I don't know. I'm thinking I could ask a yes or no question. Should I go anywhere on vacation? Or I could ask a kind of slightly more empowered, like, what's your advice or perspective on winter vacation? That's a little more open. In this case, I'm gonna say what would serve me. Yeah. What's your advice or perspective on this winter vacation issue? I've got it down to a question. It's not a super specific question. It could be like, what should I have for lunch? But I'm gonna go with, well, what would be my best bet for a winter vacation? I don't know. I have no idea what they're gonna say, even though they're parts of me. So I'm gonna slow down. Okay. And this is tricky to do on your own until you've got some practice. I'm here to help coordinate your first board meetings, just like I would if I was your executive coach in a leadership capacity. But I do have some reps, so I'm going to do it with myself, and maybe this is model enough for you to at least give it a whirl on your own. Okay. Just going to say to my board, thank you for serving me. I really appreciate your help. It's great to see you gathered here. I'm going to ask you one at a time, your take on this question. I may have follow-up questions if I'm confused. And for this purpose, I don't need any crosstalk. Like, you don't have to say anything about what the other one said. But you'll have a chance to ask follow-up questions. And you're just giving your advice. I don't have to, don't worry, I'm the one in charge. Just speak freely, blurt it out is kind of my invitation to the board. Relatively concise is helpful and direct is helpful, but I'll follow up if I've got questions. So what would be my best bet for winter break? Head, I'm going to ask you first. What is your thought? And head is saying, just stay home. It's too much trouble. You got travel before, you got travel after. Just take it easy on your head. And staycation, you could do like foreign language classes. So it's kind of exotic. You can just really slow down. You can turn up make fun food. You live in a vacation wonderland, sort of Montana. In the winter, you can go skiing or hot springs and just slow down and savor the family time with your wife and kid. Okay. I'm going to check in with that part, make sure I heard it right. That's part of leadership, is just seeing if I heard it right. So head, you're saying stay home, relax, practice not making plans, and just feel freedom day by day to go skiing or go to a hot spring or read or make food. Or if I want exotic cultural exchange, can do online classes or maybe even in person. Is that right? And I check, and head in this case is saying, yeah, that's right. And I say, cool, is there anything more? And Ed says, just really, really encourage you to take it easy. You're going pretty hard. And I say, okay, go easy. And Ed says, yeah. And I say, cool, is there anything more? And head says, no. Cool. Thank you, head. I'm going to ask heart, what's your take on winter break? I feel a sadness in my heart. Okay, so your sad heart. Do you want to say anything? Just your parents are getting older and your daughter's getting older. Mm-mm. It doesn't really matter what you do. Just do it with love. Cherish the time you have. Okay. So do it with love and cherish the time I have. That's so sweet. Thank you. And is there anything more specific to that? Just so I know, you don't have to, but if you do have anything more specific, it'd be useful for me to hear it, or I'm happy to hear it. And my heart says, at least in this moment, I also like the staycation idea. Or maybe if your parents suggest something, or your daughter suggests something, and they're willing to do the clicking and arranging, follow their lead. Okay. So the staycation can be a nice way to sort of slow down and focus on loving who's in front of me. And meanwhile, if those people want to lead me somewhere, really kind of loosen my sort of sense and control and be willing to go with the flow. Is that what you're saying? And heart says, yeah. Okay. Is there anything else, heart? Just, it's okay to cry. Heart is saying. Okay. So maybe either way, wherever I'm in Bahamas or, Belgium, or I'm home, it's okay. Cry, run the hot water if I want, but cry. Okay. Thank you, heart. It's really sweet. I'm gonna connect with my stomach now. Stomach, what is your take on this winter break? Do something fun, is what stomach's saying. Go. It doesn't have to be big. If the logistics of other stuff aren't that fun, don't worry about it, but just do something fun every day. Something that you're like, this is fun. Not growth, not even loving or whatever, but like just fun. Read a comic book, play a video game, go have some silly food. I don't know. It was actually turning. Those things just sounded kind of junkier, even to stomach. So I guess slow down and what really matters. What's fun for you? Do one fun thing a day. Okay. Okay, do one fun thing a day. Do you have any specific suggestions? A dinner with friends or a meal with friends? The Spanish class, skiing, a family outing, if not a overnight. Yeah, maybe like a mini overnight. By that, like an overnight to one or two, somewhere just weird and wild. Get like an Airbnb or something. Okay. Cool. Maybe do like a game night with your family via Zoom, if not in person. Yeah. Just fun can be simple. Okay. Thank you, stomach. Is there anything else there? No. Fun. You can cry, do the crying heart wants, and do the fun I want. Okay. Legs. My legs are saying move your body. Move your body. Go get exercise. Go to the gym. Go skiing. Go surfing if you're somewhere where that's a thing. Just get out. Or go in the snow, go on a hike, rain, shine, whatever. Just like move, move, move. Um, okay. So like if I move every day and kind of get my heartbeat up. Yeah. And feet. My feet are calling for grounding. They're having like a slow down. They're saying breathing. So meditation, maybe yoga, maybe just a super undoing day. Or in the midst of doing, kind of really slow down. Like stop if I'm on a ski slope and just look out and be in that stillness. Ditto if I'm in the ocean or an airport. Awesome, feet. Anything more there? Feet are just saying, you got this. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Thank you, board. I think I've got this down. Staycay, sadness, and love, fun, exercise, and stillness. This gives me some great stuff to go on, and I can make a little plan from here, but I certainly feel a lot calmer, and I feel just super supported versus conflicted. And I might well follow up with some real more specifics later. Thank you so much, board. So that is an example meeting of the internal board of directors. And it could be cosmic, like what will I do with my life, or kind of how do I manage an end of life care for someone else, or really little. And I love the little ones, like I have people coming over for dinner tonight. What should I make for dinner? Head. Pasta pesto with carrots, roasted carrots. Heart. Chocolate chip cookies. Okay, but one of them doesn't eat eggs. You have egg replacers. Okay, good point. I have egg replacers. I can make vegan chocolate chip cookies. Cool. Pasta, pesto, carrots, vegan chocolate chip cookies, stomach. They're coming late, and I'm worried I'm going to be hungry before dinner. Okay. So stomach is saying have apples and peanut butter at 4 p.m. I'm not a big snack guy. Usually I don't eat between lunch and dinner, but since this dinner's about an hour and a half later than usual, apples and peanut butter. Okay. That's cute. Legs are saying keep it simple. It's more just a gathering of friends. So don't sweat it. This is not a runaround time. You're not here to be Julia Child. And feet are saying be slow and savor the time when you're eating. Don't go, sometimes you make super elaborate food and you scarf it down in a hurry to like do the dishes, and don't do that. Just be really slow with them and with the food. That's just relaxing. My shoulders went down just hearing that. My feet are relaxing my shoulders. Interesting. So, you're going to find too that your board of directors sometimes has like missing information and misinformation. Or they're going to be really vague. And that's just like any board of directors, Sometimes I use this analogy of Like, say your uncle died and you inherited his pencil factory in Pennsylvania, and you walk in and there's the 5 people at the board of directors. They don't know you, you don't know them. They've got opinions, they've got experience. Some are going to be quiet, some are going to be loud, some are going to know things or seem like they know things. And others are going to seem very needy or anxious, and that's fine. You're the new head of the pencil factory. So listen to them, slow down, see if you're hearing them right, ask for specifics, say, oh, that's good to know. Would it be helpful to realize, like, could I share this is kind of what my thinking is or where the finances are? Fill them in. Your board of directors isn't like some fixed, each part is not like fixed in place. That's a distinction, between how I consider this and have worked with clients and what's often more common in like internal family systems. They're not like a broken record. You can coach them or lead them, I should say, into greater alignment with you and with each other. If they are cross-talking, saying, okay, I hear that, and kind of bring them together the way you would 2 kids or 2 employees or anybody else. Sometimes if the board of directors kind of metaphor isn't resonant, I offer more like driving a car. And the idea is, who do you want to be at the wheel of the car? What part? None of them ever. Even if they're great, you is who we want at the wheel of the car. And in any particular situation, you can decide if it's head or heart or stomach or legs or feet would be great to ride shotgun. Who's going to be the nervous Nelly? Who's going to be the daredevil? Who's going to be the steady force? Who's going to be the problem solver? Who's going to be the fun? Part of your leadership is saying, who do I actually want at this passenger, in shotgun with me? Who am I going to put in the back seat? And if they're really making trouble, who am I going to drop off at the ice cream shop and say, I'm going to come back for you in a few hours. I'm taking the rest of the team. You can also have kind of 2 of your parts, form subcommittees and say, okay, I'm going to put legs and feet on this. They're no nonsense. They're just doers. Head and heart are overthinking. Or I'm going to put heart and feet, and they're going to, write this birthday card or whatever. Have fun with it. Explore this whole world inside of you. What's great about an inner board of directors is once you have consciousness of this idea, they are always available to practice with. And if you can do this deep listening, coordinating leadership work with yourself, other people are going to be very easy. Being able to talk to yourself, I often say, is we call it a pejorative. Oh, he's talking to himself. She's talking to themselves. They're talking to themselves. Being able to talk to yourself is the highest end skill you can have. The highest end skill you can have. If you can fully listen to yourself, if you can fill yourself in, if you can coordinate, if you can follow up, if you can lead, being able to talk to yourself is the highest end skill you can have. So your turn, try it out. What is one issue in your life where you feel stuck, conflicted, or indecisive? Imagine taking this to a board of directors whose only job was to support you. How would you phrase it as a question to them? We don't just show up, I'm at the board meeting. We say, this is what I want to bring to your attention, and we share it with them. And we ask, convene your board and just see what they say. And you saw that following up, you saw that clarifying, you saw some of that back and forth. And you can do this at an even bigger level. Ask yourself or your board, what do I want to create or continue creating in my life this week? When you choose one, what are the specific action steps? What questions do I have before, during, or after that it would be great to get support from my board? And you make choices and learn. You circle whatever you want. They're working for you. You're not working for them. So you do whatever you want, but now you've got this host of good ideas and a much calmer sort of inner state because they've had a chance to be heard. Put a board meeting or two on your calendar in the next week. Try it out, see what occurs. You have what you want, you'll have the steps to make it happen, and you have your board to help you. Talk to yourself because you contain multitudes. Head, heart, stomach, legs, and feet, and they're all here to help. I'm cheering for you and for them. Go get into it.